From my experience, VTubers are mostly introverted people who, and let's be honest, if we were all at a party together, there'd be like 2 people on the dance floor, and the majority of us would all be slowly merging with the wallpaper, Homer Simpson style, unable to strike up a conversation with each other. And thankfully, this is where the all-new Collab-Os can help. Introducing Collab-Os, the cereal packed with 4 scientific ingredients that are proven to make you irresistible to other VTubers. Just 1 bowl a day guarantees that every DM you slide into will result in a new friendship. Say goodbye to the fear of being labeled a clout chaser because Collab-Os will have you making genuine connections in no time. But that's not all. With Collab-Os, your tweets seeking moots to play that hot new game will be overflowing with responses. You'll be the life of the virtual party, all thanks to Collab-Os. And the best part? Collab-Os are packed with your maximum daily dose of copium, ensuring that even if things don't go exactly as planned, you will still be feeling positive and ready to try again tomorrow. So why wait? Grab a box of Collab-Os today and start making those connections you've been dreaming of. And remember, Collab-Os, bringing VTubers together 1 bowl at a time. Collab-Os is a purely fictional product created for comedic purposes and should not be taken seriously. While we would love to guarantee that Collab-Os will transform your social life, the truth is it's just a bowl of imaginary cereal. While Collab-Os may make you feel more confident and outgoing, we cannot promise that it would magically solve all of your social problems. Social interactions are complex and depend on many factors beyond a breakfast cereal. Results from Collab-Os may vary, and we cannot be held responsible for any disappointment if your DMs do not result in immediate friendships or if your tweets do not receive the desired responses. Collab-Os is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any social awkwardness or loneliness. It is simply a humorous concept meant to entertain. Remember, true friendships are built on a genuine connection, shared interests, and mutual respect, not breakfast cereals. So enjoy your Collab-Os for the delicious imaginary treat that it is, but please don't expect it to work miracles on your social life. But all kidding aside, a collab is often seen as an icebreaker, an excuse to hang out, how to meet new VTubers or make new friends, a way to play a game or do a group activity, or simply a way to get your name out there and gain some new followers. However, if you've been in and seen as many collabs as I have, you'll find that expectation and reality are often not the same thing. So, grab a pen and paper to take some notes because there will be a test. But don't worry, because I'll be sharing all the answers that you'll need, and don't worry, they're super easy things that anybody can do. So stick with me to the end because you will need to use everything that I'm about to share to have the best collab possible. And don't forget to grab that free worksheet that I've linked in the description so you can use it each and every time to have your best collab possible. Let's start with the obvious thing of goal setting. And before you even reach out to anybody, you need to ask yourself a couple questions. The first is, why do you want to collab? Is it to play a specific game, just to have some fun, make some content? And then what do you want to get out of it? Do you want to grow your audience, get some followers? You want to network? You want to make friends? And you might be thinking to yourself, those sound like the same question, Pandora. Yeah, they do have some overlap, but they're distinct for a reason, because you need to have your starting reason and your expected results separate. And depending on your answers to each, it's going to entirely change your approach. And as I say in many of my videos, just be honest with yourself, because there are no wrong answers here. But if you delude yourself by saying that you just want to have fun, but instead you really want to, or even expect to, scrape some followers off another creator, you're going to be very disappointed. Knowing your wants and your expectations before you even start helps you to lay a solid foundation that you can build on later. Without it, you're working with a loose idea, and you're basically trying to build on an unorganized pile of bricks, just hoping things are going to work out. The next set of questions to ask yourself is, who do you want to collab with and why? The who is typically a VTuber that you know or know of, someone a bit famous, someone who popped up in your feed lately, or someone who's collecting other VTubers in a ragtag mass group to cause as much chaos as possible in one night of lethal company. And I know, many of us are worried about being thought of as a clout chaser, so we just don't reach out when we really want to. And I know me saying, don't worry, just ask, isn't a magical cure, but it really is that easy. And plus, think about it. Have you ever seen posts made by somebody just to call out someone else who only asked if they were interested in a collab? No. So the worst you're gonna get is a polite no thank you, or you just get left unread. And either is absolutely fine, because you were brave and you asked, and I am proud of you. But the why, this can be a little tricky, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Common reasons for wanting to collab with a specific VTuber are to make friends, to meet people, play with your Oshi, or try to get your name out there and be a little bit more famous. And to be clear, none of these reasons are bad ones. And in fact, they're all great reasons to seek out other VTubers to collab with. And after all, we're mostly introverts in real life and could use a few new friends, right? Please be my friend. I am so lonely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Trouble starts to creep in here if you're not honest with yourself about the why, or if you have unrealistic expectations. Like telling yourself that you enjoy this other VTuber's content and would just like to be their friend, but deep down, your main desire is more followers. And you expect to gain several just from playing with this big VTuber for a few hours. And if you become friends, you can just rinse and repeat, right? Something else to think about is if your collab is made up of strangers, with that comes unknown personalities, unknown goals, and also how they may interact with each other. It may range from just a little bit awkward to someone who derails the whole thing, trying to soak up all the attention thinking that it's going to get them more followers. So depending on how well you want this collab to go, you may want to look at their content or VODs ahead of time, just to get a baseline on who you're inviting. If they make similar content, odds are you're going to get along. This part is the most important. And I know some of you are going to glaze over because it's also the most detailed, but without it, we don't have a functional collab. Here we need to set up things like the date, the time, and other important details so things go off as scuff-free as possible. Things like, what game or activity are we doing? How many people do we need? Who's coordinating everything? Is everybody streaming or is it just the host? Are we using Discord for voice? And how is everybody going to be showing on stream? Are we using the VTube Studio collab or just PNGs? And we can't take the basics for granted here either. Don't just assume because your mic worked on your last stream that it's going to keep working. I can't count the times that I've been on voice with others prepping for a collab just to have at least one person have a garbled mic, low volume, or some other tech issue that either just delayed everybody from starting or got them removed because they just couldn't get anything working in time. So my advice is to have everyone group up, maybe 30 minutes ahead of time to do all the necessary checks. And naturally, the more people you have, the more time you're going to need. And speaking of more people, just like planning any event, the more people you have, the more can go wrong. Tech issues, of course. People may not show up or drop for some reason, they might not get along, etc. Having a clear leader and startup process will greatly help you here. Because if you throw 10 people in a group chat together with no one to guide them, or any previously communicated list of things to do before stream, chaos will ensue. Just going in with the mindset of, I just want to play a game, sounds like that's all you'd need. And maybe it will work if you know those other people well. But if not, you are just picking your flavor of chaos. Because many collabs are with people that you only know a little or not at all. So having some clear guidelines that everyone agrees to ahead of time will make a huge difference in not only the content that you make, but everyone's experience. A simple agreement to go on mute to talk to your chat can save you from something very uncomfortable that happened to me. I collabed with someone that I really wanted to be friends with. I went in with no guidelines at all, and that just playing a game together mindset. Their chat was far more active than mine, and our voice channel was just that other VTuber constantly talking to their followers, and I couldn't get a word in. They weren't talking to me at all, and I couldn't find a way to interject to start the conversation. So I sat there, feeling like an NPC, forced to follow the main character around. And only when their chat died down did they try to talk to me, which made me feel like I was just there to fill the dead air. And I collabed with them more than once, because I thought we just needed to get to know each other better to have a good collab. And in the end, we just didn't click. And that's no one's fault, but the guidelines would have helped to make things a lot better. And these guidelines don't have to all be rules. They can be something fun, like if one person gets a redeem, everyone in the collab has to do it. And I've had a lot of fun with this, especially when I get an Ara redeem. Ara. And there you have it, the ultimate guide to VTuber collabs. So use that pen and paper and start planning. And then also, don't be afraid to just ask somebody if they want to collab with you. And don't forget, there is a worksheet linked in the description below that's going to help you on your collab journey. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video and want to see more VTuber content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And while you're at it, stab that bell so it can't forget to notify you every time I make a new video. And if you want to be social, you can connect with everything that I've got at pandoramonium.com. Let me know in the comments your collab stories, the good, the bad, the cringe. I want to hear them all. And if this video helps you to have amazing collabs, let me know that as well. And if you know somebody that could benefit from this, please share the video. All of this lets me know that my videos are making a difference, and it encourages me to make even more. So until next time, stay foxy, and I'll see you on the flip side.